Breath of Fire 3, let's do this! Seems like he's got something up his sleeve, doesn't he? Okay, the idea is exactly as Bunyan is saying. Teepo is going to release a log and it's going to fall over slowly, and it's Ryu's job to cut the damn things in half. And you just gotta not do it too quickly, because then you'll hit Teepo. Ironically, that won't kill him. Or too late and the log will just fall over. I also find it a little bit unusual that Ryu is going to use his sword to cut logs. No sword I've ever seen is going to cut a log. But whatever. Only 29. Let's go in for 30. Honestly, Teepo is just asking for an ass-kicking. Okay, now we're going to head up and we're chasing after Ryu. He should only have a 45-second head start on us, but whatever. And we're going to be doing it without... What am I talking about? Okay, we're going to go camp. Now this is something you can do at most locations in the game. You just hit the start button and they go into camp. And however many characters you have will appear there, and you can talk to them, get a little background on what's going on in the story at that point. Also go here, rest, save, change party members. We don't have any extras. Skill notes, what the skill ink I got last episode is going to be used for. And let's just save and ooh, level 3. Good little jump there. Now we can go and rest. And resting will do the same thing that you'd expect it to. Restore your HP and all your magic and all that crap. One thing it will not do is account for this weird little quirk that this game has. In the event that your character gets knocked unconscious during a fight and is not resurrected before the end of the fight, that character's maximum HP will be lowered. And instead of showing as white, will show as yellow. Now, it's not a super significant amount, but it is enough to warrant you making sure that your characters are conscious by the end of the battle. Unfortunately, staying at a camp site, camping will not... Do not cut the trees. Staying at a camp will not bring your HP back up to its normal maximum. In order to do that, you're going to have to stay at an actual inn. They're located in towns, and it's going to cost you money. Okay, these man traps. Pain in the ass enemies. The only way to... well, you can kill them normally. They're very tough enemies. So ideally you don't want to wake them up. Just throw flare at them, or flame, or fire, any sort of fire attack, or magic attack. And they won't wake up and you'll do a lot of damage to them. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of AP at this point in the game. So, and Teepo's the only one that has any ability like that. So, we can take out a few of them. Oh, nope, it's awake. We're gonna have to do this the hard way. Almost dead. Is it me, or does Ryu fight like a complete sissy? Well, he gained a level and got a new power, Purify, and Teepo gained a level also, and got Frost. That item that we got from the weird thing called Pointed Stick, that is another weapon, and it is a very, very basic weapon. It has one attack point, and none of our current characters can even use it, so whatever. Okay, we got another battle. Just one of those things. Kick this rock out of the way. It falls in the little creek here. And it drains out very quickly. Despite not being very deep, they couldn't just wade through it or anything. And moving on. Got a weather vane. That is an item. When used in battle, will... Alright. It will use a wind attack on the enemies. All the enemies. It's very powerful. Actually, it's pretty powerful for this point in the game. But since there's only one of them, I am not in a big hurry to use it. Gone head. One of the enemies I skipped over that last battle we had against one of those. But I'll show this one just to show you what the thing looks like. Somebody put an awful lot of effort to put a fence out here in the middle of nowhere. Ah, see this little pointer thing? That's something you can do in this game. Rather than actually taking your character in certain locations, if you don't want to risk getting into a battle, you just take the cursor away. Unfortunately, you can't go too far, but it'll... Oh my god, more of these things. I'm gonna skip over this one. Or, no, apparently I just ran from this battle. Oh yeah, I can see why I did. There was only one AP. Teepo didn't have enough magic to do that. And now that we've gotten through that road, we're going to start make camp. Teepo will say the exact same thing that he said before, so we're going to go right over and rest. Rise and shine. It's time to start the day. Going to move on to the mountain. Ew, the music styling in this game is so weird. And who put a bridge all the way out here? Okay, some new enemies to fight. A puff goo. It's just like the eye goo, only it's tougher, defends more often, and well, it hits you more. Still not a terribly difficult enemy. Most of the goos in this game will not be hard to fight. magic always wins. Wow, they're just gaining levels like crazy. They've almost caught up with Ryu. Okay, there are a few items around here that you're going to want to get. Or you could, they're not really all that great. Oh, perfect timing. Right there. Mage goo. This is a goo that will use magic attacks. It's also tougher than the eye goos. The eye goos at this point aren't really that capable of enemies anymore. See, even against Ryu, who's the weaker of the two, they can do no damage. Also notice that Teepo has gotten a lot faster. He's 1 or 2 points of agility faster than Ryu is right now. And he's also faster than the enemies, so you see sometimes he will attack more than once per turn. You're going to see Ryu do this a lot during the game. Ryu, unfortunately, at the moment is rather slow. Also, considering he's the weakest member of the group, he seems like a rather poor protagonist for the game, doesn't he? Only a perfect right behind a tree, fighting a new type of enemy. Yay! We've seen these things here before, just we haven't been in a battle with one yet. Oh, 4 experience points. Incredible! Okay, I'm going to skip over this battle. Just a bunch of gong heads. Now there are 3, I believe 3 more treasures here, but I'm only going to get 2 of them. Oh, look at that. Bunch of them. But I'll skip over that battle and I'll go and have Ryu heal the group. Also, unfortunately, I didn't record it, but Ryu gained a new ability there through spying on the mage goo. He can now do a burn attack, which is an AP, a magic attack, for fire. Not as powerful as Teepo's flare attack, but it'll do. This new cloth shield, you go and replace the bracers. Unfortunately, it will lower the agility of your character by 1. That's a little bit more than I'm willing to make right now. So I'm going to leave this piece of equipment for when we eventually meet back up with Ryu. He's fast enough that it doesn't slow him down too much. We're going to show this battle, it's a short one. Always wondered why everything was set up like this. I mean, who built that bridge off in the middle of nowhere? I mean, it's weird. Not that you really should take this game all that seriously. That was a fishing lure. In a little bit, we're going to be able to do some fishing. I'll show you what that's about. Well, look who it is. Okay, welcome to the first boss battle of Breath of Fire 3. This monster has been terrorizing the town of McNeil for I don't know how long. Unfortunately, no one has even referenced it in conversations a minute ago. So that makes a lot of sense. Now, as the first boss battle, it's not very difficult. Although it will seem like it. I mean, it will kind of bring our characters within an inch of their life. It's a relatively fast boss also. It's faster than Ryu. So I'll just slam it with some magic. I'm going to have Ryu do a bunch of pilfer attacks. The idea is it has a very special item that I'm going to steal. And since Pilfer doesn't use up any AP and does a little bit of damage, it's not a complete waste of time if it doesn't work. Jeez, Ryu is such a wuss. Strangely enough, it appears that this monster here is responsible for most of the misfortune of the people of McNeil. Oh, power food, that's what we wanted. Did I already say that? Jeez, I am way too tired. Oh, it got away. Now that's gonna happen every time. Now we could go right after it, but I'm gonna run back in here and rest. Get the HP back, get the AP back. It's really something that you should always do here. Just gonna take a look at that power food. What it does is raise your character's power, attack power by 1. I'm gonna give it to Ryu because he's the main character. Notice he's only 23 now. And now he'll be 24. Bam! He's still the weakest of the 3 characters, but it's a smaller gap now. And basically Ryu, anyway, is nothing but a healer. This game, like most RPGs, most Japanese RPGs... Oh, here's a save point. It's a dragon. Well, anyway, this game is like most Japanese RPGs that each character has a class, and you have like a fast class or an attacking class and a magic-using class and a healing class. Well, basically, Ryu is a healer. Now, it's not quite so simple as that, though. It's not like a Final Fantasy-style white mage kind of setup. He is still capable of doing physical attack damage. Oh, he's poisoned. Perfect. Once you're poisoned, you have the option of either using Purify spell, or you can go to here and use the antidote. I'm going to use that. Used it. Poison and status ailments like that affect you outside of battle. Well, anyway, he's not like a traditional white mage that is really good at healing but terrible at everything else. He is actually a pretty decent attacker, especially later on in the game. Okay, zombies here. This will be my first opportunity to use the influence and show you how that works. Notice that these zombies are wading back and forth, moving back and forth. That means they're confused. While they're confused, that means you can be influencing them. And I targeted the zombie in the center with influence, meaning the other two are going to attack it until either the enemy dies or the influence wears off. Now that's an enemy skill. You're going to have to learn that from the boss combos. Yep, do that again. Oh. Apparently it's not going to matter. Because it's dead. Now we just have one left to take down. And using an influence isn't really going to help us much. But there'll be a number of occasions where having influence will really help you out. Especially if for a confused or somehow enraged ally or enemy. Now you look at the other classes we have here. We have Teepo, who is the attack magic class of this game. He has attack magic, he's relatively fast, and he has some rather good damage. This seems a little unusual, so why is Teepo such a good character? I mean, he's way better than Ryu is at this point in the game, at least. Then we also have Ryu. He's standing in the back. He is the fastest character. He is also physically the strongest. But his only drawback is that he lacks any sort of magic ability in either offensive or defensive abilities. So he can't heal you. He can't heal you or use magic damage. Now, one of the problems with magic in this game is that it's all well and good against normal enemies, but against bosses, well, magic isn't quite as useful. That bent sword item, I don't really know what that's about. It's a cheap, horrible weapon, does very little damage, and is very heavy. It will lower your agility like crazy. So I'm not going to equip it, I'm just going to dump it in the next store I get to. Now, later on, we're going to run into a number of other classes in the game, and I'll explain that, but it's going to be a little while. Ooh, this seems to be where the trail ends. Hey, there's a dead body here. Let's check it out. Oh, it was a dead body with apparently a sword in his back and 200 zenny in his pocket. He died a rich man. Now where we need to go is up and to the left, and that will take us to where we need to go. But I'm going to head down here first. Oh, I lost a video apparently. But there was something on another dead body down there we can collect. Jeez, I've got to get better at cutting these battles out. Another dead body. Talisman. That isn't another type of equipable item. Goes down to the accessory area, and it gives protection against death attacks. Unfortunately, we're not going to have any enemies in this area that use death attacks. So it's kind of out of place. But I'm going to put it on Ryu anyway. Oh boy, these guys are our big heroes. Can you believe that crap? Let's just jump in the river and you will float down to the cave. Falling down a waterfall. I mean, come on. That's insane, isn't it? a scary thought, isn't it? Where would you have gone if he'd have kept going? Okay, we're getting close now. Oh, there it is. Ooh, the eyes! Looks pissed. Okay, this battle's gonna go a lot like the previous battle did, with a couple of changes. One being our characters are a higher level now, a little bit better ability. The news apparently ability to poison your characters. Teepo is now poisoned by chlorine of all things. Chlorine will kill a person, yes, but it's not going to poison them like that. What I just did to Ryu is a defense-up ability called Protect. It obviously raises your defense. Okay, I'm going to have to use Purify to get the poison off of Teepo. Now, about 3/4 of the way through this battle, the new is going to start doing a lot more damage. It'll be like that kind of last-ditch attempt to take you out. So I'm going to have to make sure my character's HP stay up rather high by the time we get to that point. Also, since Ryu and Teepo have a lower defense rating than Ryu does, that I give them Protect. Oh, good thing that missed. Now I'm using magic attacks on the enemy and the boss, but they're not as powerful as you think they really would be. They tend to do a lot less damage to bosses than they do normal enemies. So just using magic attacks like crazy maybe isn't the best option. It is at the moment though, so it's not like I'm contradicting myself or anything. Oh my god, I just did that. Got it. Now I can kill it. That is one hideous monster, though, isn't it? It's like some sort of weird half-ape, half-lion with snakes coming out of its ass. I mean, what the hell? It's like the Chimera had a one-night stand with, I don't know, Ricky Lake. Alright, now the new is pissed. It's going to use Jolt, which is a powerful attack. Attacks all three of your characters. Not a good thing. And it's doing a lot of reprises. That kind of sucks. But it's almost dead. Oh, it doesn't have enough AP. Yay. Now, something I tried doing here was seeing if Ryu had learned the Jolt from the new, but it didn't work. So I went just for charge, and, well, not a terribly difficult battle at this point. Yep, got it. As you can see, Ryu is still a little bit of a higher level than the other two. Really? It died in that position? That's some ridiculous crap. What the hell is that? It's almost as dumb as you are. How can you tell that? Instead of safely trying to move to the side and exiting kind of the way you came, let's just jump in the damn underground river and see where it takes us. Hope it doesn't smash you up against a rock or something. Apparently it would have taken down you a couple of waterfalls. That looks safe. Why is everything so barren? Where's the grass? Ah, I get it. Bunyan's a douchebag.